BYU Sports Nation live in Studio B. Joining us now, our second guest and making his show debut.
And a Copper Hills Grizzly, by the way.
Of course, we had to sneak that in there. Stuart Call, BYU Athletics Executive Director of Creative Strategy and Video on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline via Zoom from the BYU Football Student Athlete Building. And Stu, this has been a long time coming. Welcome to BYU Sports Nation.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I'm excited to be here.
Other than running Urban Meyer's Twitter account at Ohio State, where does this interview on BYU Sports Nation rank on your professional pinnacle chart?
A very close second to that.
Stu, we love what BYU Cougars Social does and all the different social stuff, and we're going to dive into kind of athletes and name, image, likeness in a second, but tell people what it is that you and your team do for BYU Athletics.
Yeah, so pretty much anything involving social media or that digital space, my team and I oversee the production and strategy behind that content.
What do you see in terms of trends of the growth of BYU as it pertains to social media with Instagram, obviously Twitter, Facebook, and now diving into the world of TikTok?
Yeah, I mean, Cougar Nation is great. So their support and their engagement on social media has really helped us to grow, and it's been fun to watch that over the years. And as new platforms arise and kind of take shape, most recently TikTok, it's great to see the Cougar Nation in a different space, and each platform is a little bit different segment of the fans. So it's really fun to watch.
I know that there are rankings put out by a company called Skull Sparks, I believe is what it is. Where does BYU rank, if you can hone in on a ranking right now, for social media engagement?
Yeah, engagement is great, and it really it varies based on the team and the overall program, but we're hanging right in there in the top 25. So feel good about that, and just continuing to try to grow and get higher and higher.
Okay, football and social media in the top 25. That's great. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about what you guys announced last week. BYU Athletics is partnering with Opendore in an effort to help athletes monetize their name, image, and likeness, NIL. Tell us what this means for the athletes and what this means for BYU Athletics in helping the athletes.
Yeah, so the NCAA legislation is essentially progressing towards a future where student athletes can profit off of and capitalize on their name, image, and likeness. So we're excited about this program. It's going to help us to build our student athletes' brands on social media, and we're trying to prepare them so that when that time comes, that they'll be right there ready to take off and profit off of their name, image, and likeness.
So how will this happen? That's a loaded question.
Yeah, so there's three pillars to this program that we've announced, the READY program. There's assessment, education, and performance. And it's those three pillars that will help these athletes to grow and to improve their brand. The assessment part of the program will be able to go in and tell the student athletes where their strengths and weaknesses are in relation to their personal social media accounts. Education is exactly that. We'll be able to teach them best practices and how to improve their brand so that they are more valuable in that space. And then performance, we'll be able to tell them how all their content is performing, and then it all relates back to that education and how they can keep getting better and keep adding more value to their brand.
So Shaylee Gonzalez of BYU women's basketball comes to mind, Stu, because she already has an established brand on YouTube and is a growing star on TikTok and on Instagram. Are these athletes kind of looking to her as a model, or are you going to use her as like, I guess, a test pilot, if you will?
Yeah, if they're not looking to her already, they definitely should be. She's a model of success and how to do things on social media. She has a great platform and a great presence, and she's one of those athletes that stands to do very well when that legislation takes effect and they can start profiting off their name, image, and likeness. So we hope to get the rest of the student athletes there. I know it's been years of hard work for Shaylee, so it's not something that'll happen overnight, but our goal is to make sure that all these student athletes are able to profit.
So you'd think that football and men's hoops would be the ones that would profit the most, right? But what's the reality of the situation with the Olympic sports, the other sports that some of them do have brands that are big enough to probably make money off of?
Yeah, and really, I think Shaylee's a great example of that. And if you just work hard and you build a brand and find your niche, you're going to be able to have followers and to grow your brand and to succeed. You don't necessarily have to be a football player or a men's basketball player or a superstar in the space to be profitable. That's something that Opendore is going to help these student athletes with, and to help teach them that you don't have to be a Heisman Trophy runner to make money. Obviously, your Trevor Lawrences and people like that of the world are in a great place to do that. But yeah, you can be any student athlete that has a good brand and is fun to watch and follow, and you're going to be in a good position.
I think all these athletes are watching this going, hey, how can I make money? And they're texting you right now. We're hearing that. Yeah.
You're popular.
I thought I shut down my iMessage, but apparently not.
All good. All good. You're not the first. It's all good. So where do we stand on that legislation? Because it sounded like, yes, we're going to allow this to happen. But so we don't know the details necessarily yet of not only when this goes in, but how it's going to be enacted and what the rules are with it and what SEC schools will then break with this later.
Yeah, our compliance folks will probably be a lot more helpful in giving specifics regarding all this. But it sounds like we're looking at next summer for that 2021-22 season is when this will take effect. But yeah, as to the official, all the rules and all the good compliance stuff around all that, yeah, a lot of that's being sorted out and still being figured out. But we have great compliance people here, and Opendore, in partnership with those guys and myself and team, we're going to hopefully be ready to help these athletes when that season hits.
Okay.
I'm going to
summer 2021.
I'm going to text you and see if we can hear it right here.
Oh my goodness. Jeremy is sending Stuart.
Yep, there was.
That's immediate. Okay. That is so fast.
And I did check. It was shut down. So, good old Matt keeping me up to date.
Stuart, we appreciate the insight into kind of a cool pioneering adventure for not just BYU athletes, but collegiate athletes all over the country. And great to have you on BYU Sports Nation, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Hopefully I'll be live in studio next time. If there is.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Just bring us some swag and we'll take care of it.
Deal.
Okay. Stuart Call on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.
Listen,